Hello StarCraft 2 fans and welcome back. This is Lasercorn with Mahalo Video Games, and today we have a TvT matchup for you. Liquid TLO, one of my all-time favorite Terran players, will be playing FXOmOonAn. We'll just call him FXOmOonAn. And yeah, this TvT matchup I pulled off SC2replays.net. They got a lot of great replays over there, and I'm hoping it'll be pretty interesting here on Metalopolis. And looks like TLO throwing down his first supply T-bow behind this mineral line here to provide a little extra protection, I guess. Guys, before things get too action-packed here in this game, I want to take a minute and plug the Lasercorn Challenge. Send me an email to lasercorn@mahalo.com with your Battle.net name and character code, and I will choose one of those names at random every week, and we will play for a $50 gift card of awesomeness. So yeah, do that, and gift card is to GameStop, by the way. So yeah, do that and we'll play a game. Alright, back to the action. Neither player choosing to wall off, or actually I'm sorry, FXOmOon is walling off. Man after my own heart. Wall off that ramp, keep your opponent out. Both players are scouting, and I don't know too much about FXOmOon. I know I've cast a lot of TLO games. FXOmOon. I keep saying Fox. I'm going to get yelled at for that in the comments, but Moonan. And it looks like he's just finishing up his barracks right here. TLO, on the other hand, already has his barracks done, and he's morphing in that command, or morphing that command center to an orbital command, and that is key. You want to get that orbital command out as fast as humanly possible, because those mules just boost your economy by so much, and you can't have mules without an orbital command. Looks like that SCV got in there, got a little scouting info, but he's going to get repelled by the Marine of TLO, the Purple Marine. And whoa, SCV coming in to attack a little bit there too. Metalopolis, this actually Xel'Naga Watchtower could be key. If you get siege tanks up there, you could cut off any kind of ground attack that your opponent would be trying to make to your base. The great thing about siege tanks is they can shoot farther than they can see. So if you have the Xel'Naga Watchtower, it extends their vision and allows you to shoot things that would normally be out of range. You see a lot of players extending the range with things like Vikings, even using medvacs to scout out ahead of the siege tanks. And a lot of TvT does come down to siege tanks and Vikings. But at the high level with players like this, you never know what they're going for. It looks like both players have opted for a 1-1-1 opening. That would be one barracks, one factory, and then one starport right away. Yes, you can see the starport going down immediately after from Moon. And whoa, this is interesting. TLO has jumped his factory outside of his base, possibly to get his Hellions to where he wants to be faster. Yes, it looks like he is anticipating an attack already, but Moon falling back, and he wants Hellions there defending against the Marines. Hellions do great damage to Marines with that extra bonus damage to light units, so good choice if you feel your opponent is going Marines. But Moon has a Hellion of his own, and these two Marines are going to get chased off, and yeah, TLO is outgunned for the moment. Although more Hellions coming out of that factory now, and down goes Moon's Hellion, and an SCV coming out probably to try and repair that Hellion, but it was too late. The Hellion went down, and it had no choice but to attack into the front lines of TLO's forces, where he was slain. And we've got a Viking coming out as well as a siege tank. As I said earlier, siege tank Viking, very popular strategy when you're dealing with TvT. Let's see if wow, TLO doesn't even have a tech lab on his factory, so he can't get siege tanks. That's interesting. And here we see Hellion along with two Marines being dropped into the base of Moon, and something went down right there. I think it might have been a barracks or something got salvaged. And here comes this tank to try and clean up this mess that TLO is making. He is getting some SCV kills, and this could be bad for Moon's economy, although the main bulk of his force is going to be destroyed by those by that tank. And these Hellions really stand no chance against the tank if they try to engage in combat. So he's really doing the right thing here by trying to pick off as many SCVs as possible. and he's being really annoying. TLO just has great micro, he always has, and he can be really annoying with units like Hellions and Banshees. So great harass. Siege Tank really wanting to finish him off, and he finally does. It looked like TLO might have been a little distracted there. So yeah, I'll be interested to see if Moon tries to take and hold this. Oh my goodness, he just lost a Viking. That is so key. It's such a great scouting unit, and like I said, a great unit to extend your siege tank range, and you do not want to lose those early on in the game like that. But I'll be interested if he tries again to take this Xel'Naga Watchtower. As I said before, a great place to have siege tanks set up. Also, you can they can see with the Xel'Naga Watchtower into these gold expansions, so if your opponent's there, you could actually shell away at their gold expansions just by being on this Xel'Naga Watchtower. Looks like we've got one Marine in this bunker up here just to kind of scare off any potential intruders. Oh, nope, I'm sorry, 2 more. It looks like it's going to make a serious defense of it, and he is going to try and lure the Marines of TLO back up into this bunker where they would be massacred by the protected Marines and the siege tank. But TLO shooting him down before he could even do that. And a Thor getting dropped now into the base of Moon, and a bunch of SCVs trying to repair this this siege tank, keep it alive long enough, and it gets the Thor gets dropped right on top of the siege tank under the range. It has to unsiege, not in time though, as the Thor keeps hammering away at these units, and it needs to get picked up. Yes, it was in danger of being killed by the SCVs, and now it looks like he is going to run away. Oh, he takes a couple pot shots at this this Banshee. Excellent micro from TLL. Look at it. Wow, he's a master. And it looks like the Banshee is going to survive though, as well as the siege tank. And now TLO has kind of a very tentative blockade here going on the outside of Moon's base, and this Banshee's going to come in and try to engage. Does he have cloak yet? No, he doesn't. And those Marines could be trouble for that Banshee if he does not. Whoa! And it looks like the Marines don't make enough trouble, as the Banshee gets one of them, and then lures the other one into range of that siege tank. So good play by Moon. Looks like Mule's coming in now, and Mules always remind me to check the income, and it looks like TLO way ahead. You could see he does have his expansion up over here, and Moon now struggling to get his expansion up, although I think TLO is going to see this. Yeah, he knows it's there. He knows what he's trying to do, and I think he's going to, okay, he's going to come in with some more Thor ship harass, and Viking versus Viking here. He needs to get that Thor in play so that he can take down this Viking and help his buddy Viking out, but no, they both go down, and the Thor once again being dropped right on top of the siege tank. There's not a lot it can do when you're that close. Thor took a lot of damage though. It is in the red. He needs to med back that out of there, and whoa, the Hellion coming in, and wow, what an excellent display of just wearing your opponent down with harass. Really good dropship Thor harass, really good Hellion harass, all around by TLO. And what has he got coming out next? He's got a siege tank on the way, as well as concussive shells for Marauders. It looks like he's going to try and out-tech his opponent here with Marauders. And look at this. He brings in the Mule to repair his Thor. I love this strategy. I love when TLO uses mules like this. It's so creative, and it's really just a great strategy. And it gives the Thor a little extra life eventually, though the Thor and the Mule do go down. TLO, though, still ahead slightly in economy, although now that Moon has this base up and running, things will start to even out. Let's check the supply. We've got 64 over 70 against 93 over 110, so TLO firmly in command of this game. And FXOmOon is going to have to counterattack here. Yeah, that's what he's doing, or counter harass to try and slow down this juggernaut that is TLO's economy. And here we go. But oh my goodness, TLO with a turret in perfect position. And look at all those Marauders. Those Marines don't stand a chance. They stim up and are quickly destroyed. Looks like TLO is going to chase this other medvac with a Viking. Nope, he's just going to hang out there. And Moon has some Marines up on the on the Zelnaga Watchtower, but they're going to be no match for these Marauders, and he really needed tanks or something up there if he wanted to hold that position against TLO's forces. And Medvac once again repelled, this time by the Viking instead of the turret. And only 2 Marines make it out of there, the 2 survivors of that doomed Medvac. Look at this, TLO taking a 3rd expansion down here, and really at this point I don't know how Moon could possibly come back against the forces of TLO. He is just he's macroing so well right now, and microing well as well. Look at these 3 dropships filled up and 2 Vikings over here to distract the Marines. The Marines should really be focusing on all these dropships filled with tanks that are now sieging up in prime position to start doing some serious damage to the infrastructure of Moon. And these Marauders are now taking some damage from the siege tank, but not enough, as the Marauders bring down the siege tank and then lure all these SCVs into the line of fire from these tanks. Oh my goodness, so much damage being done right now. Stim Marines coming in to try and stop the damage being done by these siege tanks. And it looks like Moon will clean this up, but has he lost too much to stay in this game? I think he really has. When you look at TLO's economy and you look at Moon's economy, there's just no comparison. TLO's way out in front, and unless Moon like expands into the gold or something and manages to keep it, I don't know how he could possibly win this game. TLO now marshalling his forces here outside his base, and actually not really marshalling, he's got them pretty spread out. Okay, here we go. Really one good push at this expansion, I think, could possibly shut this game down and create a TLO victory. But look at this, Moon now expanding. It looks like he's going to try and take the this expansion right here, and that was an interesting play. He sent Moon sent Marines over to the other Zelnaga Watchtower, but Marauders found him, and looks like they're gonna die. And TLO doing a good job of being very conservative, not overextending himself. I guess he could have pushed into the Moon's base when I said earlier, but he might have ran into some trouble. Terran defenses are very hard. Their static defense is very hard to attack into, and TLO probably made the right move by preparing more, getting more forces, getting ready for the final attack. And it looks like this expansion up here is gone now, chased off. I didn't even see what chased it off, but something scared him away. Maybe these Marauders over here. And here comes the big drop. It's a lot of TLO forces. Oh my goodness. Team Purple is in here in force, and I don't know if Moon will be able to respond to this. You can see he's trying to siege up, get in range to deal some damage, but TLO does have these spotters up here, so he can see on the high ground, and all of Moon's tanks are going to go down, except for this guy who's outside his base, not really in a position to save anything. And I think we are going to see a GG shortly here. Oh, hey, look at this. Moon with a little vengeance here, trying to take down this expansion, but it looks like too many Marauders for him. And TLO still in control up here. I really think Moon is just kind of killing time right now. Maybe he was up here microing something, but practicing his micro. But I think, yeah, there's the GG. So TLO once again shows us how it's done. Another flawless victory for our Terran German player.